Have a motion to allow you to open?
So moved.
Have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
The executive session was held, we talked on personnel and student matters.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jake, I'm sorry. We were in executive session and we spoke on student matters and personnel.
Public portion?
No, that was an executive. That was an executive, Jake. I'm gonna get to that. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. At this time, I will open the public portion. Anyone wishing to speak can come forward and please state their name and address. Agenda items only.
Jacob McGill, 612 Sheridan Avenue, Roselle Park. Ladies and gentlemen, audience, viewing audience, members of the board, Mr. President, good evening.
Good evening.
Number one, item number one, on page 2, district substitutes. How much does that pay?
Paraprofessionals that are substitutes make a rate, and I apologize for the missing information. I'll make sure that it's corrected for the minutes. But to answer your question, paraprofessional substitutes make $13 per hour, and substitute secretaries make $75 per day.
Per day?
Per day.
I don't have,
$75 per day for an 8-hour day.
wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll close the public portion.
Oh, I have something that's for the public.
On agenda items only,
Oh, not on agenda. No.
at the end.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any committee reports? Hearing none, we'll move on to the superintendent's report. Mr. Garrido.
Thank you, Mr. Harms. Good evening, everyone. I just have a couple of updates that I wanted to share with the audience and with the board. Parent-teacher conferences, as you know, are going on this week. Monday was yesterday. With the evening conferences, we had conferences for the elementary, middle school today in the afternoon and tomorrow as well. The high school conferences are going to be held on the evening of November 15th. So far, everything's going well. Certainly, the parents are all receiving reports from the teachers, and I stopped by all of the buildings last night, and it seemed like everything went very well. Election, as you know, was held in 2 of our buildings. We tried our best to provide security in the two buildings. Police officers were in both buildings. We had additional staff supervising the buildings. It's never, 100% secured when you have an open door. So, myself and the board will certainly discuss future election days and security matters. Our preschool plans are making progress. We have selected the students who will be participating with the funds from the state, which we are still very excited about. Our rooms are getting ready. They look great. Thank you to the custodians and the maintenance people for doing such a wonderful job. They look really beautiful. They've been painted, and they're ready for our 4-year-olds when they come in January. Furniture, resources, and curriculum has been selected, so we're in the process of ordering that right now. The positions, two pre-K teachers with P3 certification in 2 paras. We've advertised for it, and we are hoping to have them in place by the beginning of December. So they're ready to go January 2nd. So right now, it looks like everything's ready to go. It's a lot of hard work, but we are going to have additional space for additional students, for 3 and 4-year-old program. So we're very, very happy with that. STEAM Lab update, 2/3 of the project just about completed. We're hoping to see the full project completed by the end of the month, and my hope is to have an open house in December, either the first or the second meeting, board meeting. We can have an open house where we can invite the public to come and tour the facilities. Again, just like the preschool, we're very excited. I think it's going to be such a wonderful program for our students to experience the STEAM projects in that type of facility, state-of-the-art facility. We have also purchased new equipment for those rooms, new technology, and the teachers are ready to go. So we're hoping to start the program there in January, so we can meet the needs of all of our students. 2018-2023 strategic plan, which the board has asked me to start. With the plans, we have our first meeting on November 29th. We're in the process of doing a needs assessment, and we should actually be able to report back to the board either in December or January where we're going. So we're going to certainly address the needs of the district in that plan, whether it's infrastructure, curriculum, personnel, and instruction, and so forth. And that's basically the updates that I have for you tonight. Thank you so much.
At this time, we will move on to the consent agenda. Under personnel, 1 through 9, district substitutes, staff appointments, staff retirement, non-union staffing list revised, additional MS extracurricular proctors, chaperones for 2018-2019, professional development, after-school instructional support, change of assignments. Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments? Hearing none, roll call please.
Vice President Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Cancino, Mr. Gerton, Mr. Hemingway,
Yes.
Mr. Leingame,
Yes.
Ms. Powers, Mr. Sekou,
Yes.
Mr. Signorella, President Harms.
Yes.
On roll call, motion carries.
Under education, 10 and 11, educational programs, educational trip request. Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Just on the same. Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Under business, items 12 through 16, approval of bills, use of buildings and grounds, emergency and crisis management plan, 5-year comprehensive maintenance plan M1 form, secretary and treasurer's report. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We will move on to continuing business. Do we have any? Do we have any new business?
Mr. Harmon, I'm sorry, this is under, well, sort of new business, but I just wanted,
Either one.
I forgot to make a comment on the personnel, and I just wanted to welcome Mr. Parento as the Director of Plant Operations, and congratulate him on his position, and we're looking forward to your wonderful work that you've done at Gordon, and you're going to continue throughout the district, so welcome, Mr. Parento. Thank you. You're welcome.
I was gonna say at the end, but welcome. Any other new business or continuing new business? Hearing none. At this point, I will open the second public portion. Anyone wishing to speak on any item, come forward, please, state your name and address. And you have 3 minutes.
So here's in 150 Rowan Street. Just as a matter of protocol, Mr. Gerton, Mr. Signorella, Mr. Cancino, and Ms. Powers all give notice of absence. Thank you. Just another question regarding staff appointments to see. So, just curious, it's for summer, but it's effective as December 1st. Is that due to just contractual language or? A C.
Yes, the reason for that, first is that the summer camp has to start prepping and preparing and planning for the year, so that's the reason for a contract.
Thank you.
It runs from December to August.
Thank you. And I think that's the same as last year, yeah?
The same as last year.
And just for the matter of clarification, all rates are now for the new negotiated contract? Yes?
Could you please repeat that question?
So all the rates that are mentioned here as per RPA contract, those are the rates
Yes.
that were just agreed upon?
That is correct, as of November 1st, yes.
And just as some appointments that were made before this, but were made for the 18-19 year, are they retroactively?
Yes,
Okay.
with the memorandum agreement,
Yes.
all negotiated salaries are retro to the beginning of the school year, yes.
And reviewing, so memorandum of agreement, is that the actual like final, because it was handwritten, is there going to be a typed up version?
There will be a typed up version that both sides always carefully proofreads,
Okay.
and any typos are corrected, and once both sides agree that everything is perfect, then there will be a formal sign-in by representatives of both sides. And at that point in time, it would be available.
Right, but how would the public know that that's done?
I guess what we should do is announce it.
Thank you. Unless you want to just keep submitting Oprahs every week, and that's fine with me. And then just reviewing it, and again, just there's a lot of detail in there. But for the nuts and bolts, it was a 2.8, 2.9, and 3.
In the reverse
Reverse
order.
way, 3, 2.9, 2.8 for the 3 years. Okay. And then just one last thing. About when is that expected? I hate to keep pushing that, but I'm not crunch to leave here. It is what it is, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. And these, the emergency crisis and the 5-year, they're both now public documents. Although, and then I guess my question is for the emergency crisis management. I presume there's some things in there that are,
I'm sorry.
if
You can finish the question.
for number 14, I would presume that there are some matters in there that are not
Yes.
Yes,
public.
For security.
Correct, understandable.
Absolutely.
they're held in each building and in my office for security reasons.
Thank you very much.
Send that.
It's quick.
Jacob McGarrett, 612 Sheridan Avenue. I got a complaint. I missed it. Excuse me, I missed one Board of Ed meeting last month. So I decided to put on YouTube because the meeting is on YouTube. I don't know if it goes through with the borough, but the sound was horrendous. And I could understand why we don't have a full room here complaining, that the sound is awful, absolutely awful. And we should send the superintendent for punishment to watch it. And, yeah. You got a haircut, oh beard.
I did.
You haircut, you got only one cut?
Oh, very few, yes.
It's just, I want to let you know I'm observant. And I was going to threaten not to come to any more Board of Ed meetings, but
You can't do that.
but that would be my complaint, and trusting that you're going to take care of it. And maybe you could shave a few $1,000s off the budget someplace.
We'll look into it.
And get some new equipment. I'm sure that when you're in, there's something not right here, and it's not me. So perhaps it's an improvement, it's an accomplishment that you guys can communicate much better with the general public. And they'll come to the meetings, because I don't want to say that it's being done purposely to keep people away. I don't think you would do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Karen Donnelly, 345 East Lincoln Avenue. Mr. Garrido, here we are again about the district course. Makes me a little upset. So I know this is a big contract year for all the teachers. I know let me just preface this. You are so very lucky to have the staff that you do. What I'm learning is there are so many staff that do so many extracurricular activities for our students that aren't getting paid. One of them is district chorus. So since there is no stipend for district chorus is now non-existent this year. Which breaks my heart, because not only does it affects grades 5 through 12. I know I came to you before on behalf of district chorus a few years ago. It was resolved, no longer resolved. Okay, so that's, and in addition to that, men's choir, women's choir, one of those has completely been dissolved. The other one, the rehearsals have been diminished from 2 rehearsals to once a week. I also learned in the middle school, we have 26 students that are interested in having a chess club, where students have to sit and concentrate and behave and do mindful work after school, after a long day of school. But we don't have the stipend to pay someone to run chess club at the middle school. That makes me very sad. There's several stipends on here for the high school that I really feel need to be relooked at again. Now that I have a senior high school, I've seen, the goings on and, how many hours are entailed in each and every extracurricular activity. It doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. And then you have so many staff that aren't getting paid for what they're doing for our students. Even in the middle school, for our music program in the middle school, can you tell me what the contract exactly says for the middle school music teacher as to what they get paid for? You don't know that? Okay, because it's my understanding they get paid for one ensemble, and they have jazz band, chorus, cane chorus, percussion ensemble, which is Mr. Mizuchi, and then they also have, they have regular band as well, and handbells. So there's so many wonderful, wonderful programs that get our students involved, and this is only what I know and speak of. So I don't know about any of the other clubs, and I'm sure there are so many more that go unnoticed. But I really am here advocating, number one, for the music department, because it's really a shame. And number two, you're going to end up burning out your teachers to the point where programs are getting dissolved, such as the district chorus, because we're not paying them a stipend. So what can we do about that?
Ms. Donnelly, thank you for bringing that to my attention. However, these are negotiable type of extracurricular activities that need to go to the union, and individual teachers can write a proposal, and they are negotiated with the board, when negotiations come around. But, I certainly sympathize, and I would do what I can do. However, there are negotiable type of extracurricular activities that I don't think the board can just say, let's pay the stipend without, as you know, there are negotiations that go on between the union and the board.
So what happens then? The teachers need to get the union involved? And, like, what would be the protocol if someone were to start a chess club at the middle school? Say Mr. Smith, arbitrarily named, wants to,
They can write a proposal.
they write a proposal to the union. Okay, and then they present it to you. Okay.
During negotiations.
And when are negotiations?
I'm sorry, your time is up.
Okay,
Mrs. Duncan, you can call.
okay, I can call you.
You can call. We can have this discussion.
Okay, what are your plans for the AP statistics teacher to be,
Ms. Donnelly, I'm sorry, your time is up. You had 3 minutes. I'm sorry.
really?
Yes,
So there's 4 people here and I can't ask another question?
you have 3 minutes, and your time is up.
Okay. The AP statistics teacher is leaving, and I would really want a resolve for that, because apparently,
You call the superintendent, and you can talk. You can
well,
talk.
apparently they're gonna replace her with a computer program, okay? So I would really like an answer for that.
Please, please. Now is your time. Mr. Virginia,
I'm just trying to help you.
I don't need your help at this particular time, thank you.
And you wonder why people don't come and talk? Why there's 6 people here? Unbelievable.
That's the reason why, because we have rules and we follow them. Anyone else wishing to speak? Seeing none, okay. Good evening.
I'm Miss Benjamin.
Your street address?
105 to Sanford Avenue in Irvington, New Jersey. But I am after-school director here at Sherman School for 11 years. So thank you for having me. I would just like to propose, I know there's a lot going on with the emergency crisis management plans that we're having in the district. And I would like to see, if possible, a joint effort in the after-school being included in that plan, mostly for lockdown drills, and also the school has a officer that comes and patrols and checks on the school during the day. I would like to see if that can be part of what happens in the after-school as well. Because when the school ends at 3 or 3:30, we feel like we're just on our own, floating. If something happens, who do we call? We just call 911. How do we get a complete lockdown? How do we facilitate an evacuation drill? I mean, we do have procedures in place in the program. We do practice fire drill, evacuation drills twice a year, lockdown drills. However, we don't have key access to certain parts of the building. If we're in a multi-purpose room, we need to get all our students.
I know I've had a conversation with Mr. Keene about this.
Right.
If you can have him call me along as the supervisor of the program, we can certainly discuss this a little bit further.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Thank you so very much.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I close the public portion. At this time, if there's nothing else from the board, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night, everyone. Meeting is